Hello guys, it's Susanna here. Oh, just going to grab something off the thing. I am back. I have finished doing stitching around there, so that's one layer of the crouching and then a running stitch and the layer of crouching and a running stitch. And then I started doing some seed stitch along here. So what I'll do, and this is done with one thread of stuff like this, which you can use. This is really thin. It's still not as thin as what, say, this is a cotton, which is really thin. You could probably barely see it. And then this is just that little bit thicker. It's a bit more like a pearl aid or like one of these ones, except we're probably still a little bit thinner. But I wanted it to be thin, but not as thin as a cotton. Okay, so got me little pieces, bits and pieces here. What I'm wanting to do, and the reason why I did this is because this is on the wadding. This is what it looks like on the back. It was starting to really puff up, and I thought I wanted to push that down. So what I'll do is I'll show you how I do stem stitch is what we're going to be using. You can do a backing stitch, but I prefer stem stitch because it makes it rise up a little bit more. So I'll be doing that today. And I'm also going to be doing, I've got, this is like a really soft pink seersucker. I don't know how well it comes up. I've got the light box, and then I turn the light box on. I won't turn it on because it flickers like crazy with the lights. And yeah, so, and then I traced around the inside with a pencil. So, cut that off. Sucking on a lozenge at the moment, so if you hear me sloping away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that precisely. So this is another thing that I'll be doing today. So that's why those who get the kit will need the photocopy of the actual of the thing. Okay, so it's going to go in there like that. It might be a little thick on the top and probably thin on the bottom, but it doesn't matter. I'll cut that off a little bit on the, only a smidge. It sounds like my iron isn't making noises. It does that after I've done a bit of ironing. Because whenever you trace, it's always going to be, you almost need to cut on the line. So, okay, get all this off, put it into the bin. Okay, I really love this. I think it is so cute. Okay, oh, so you cut too much on there. That's okay, because we are going to do stitching. So it's so cute, and I like the way it's got a little bit of white from the flower. If you're not happy with it, you just do it again. I'm going to be doing some stitching, so it's okay. And what I might do, I'm going to do a couple of bits and pieces. I'm going to use a black or a brown, actually might even be a white, really thin cotton strand for the whiskers when that comes along. But I thought I just wanted to colour in. Actually, this might be the colour. But part of me was wanting to make it stand out a little bit. like that. Yep, that's the one. I think, you know. What I also did behind the scenes was I organised some bits and pieces. I've got what's this called? Is it Embroidery Anglaise? No, Battenberg lace. I've got my sample here somewhere. Here it is. Got some Battenberg lace. It was actually a big massive runner, and I thought I didn't want to use, there was that big one, remember I just did the in the last video and I was going to put it there, and I thought no, I don't want to do it because I'd like to actually stitch some sort of encouraging word, because it's for COVID, you know, like during our time of you know, while we're waiting. So I was actually thinking, because I was going to go like that, but then I'm like, no, it's going to go along there like that. So what I did is I got this, to say that's the Battenberg, and I got some of this, and I stuck that on there and folded that over there like that. Then I got this beautiful stuff that I got from Jenny, and I don't know if you're watching, Jenny, I haven't heard from you in ages. Hope you're going well, and I'll just put that on there like that. So at this point I just glued it down with some tacky glue, and then I'm going to be sewing it. So that's what I did for that. Really quite like that. And then on this side I got, had the Battenberg lace going down, and then I got ribbon, like the one I got here. Whereabouts is it? I've got some somewhere. I think these are leftovers from when I cut up the doilies to make my scissors case. So I'm using everything. So they say what the, and then I put that on the top one, and then I bought this from Gales today, and then I stuck that on there like that, and sort of made that is going to go down here, and I made it wide enough to cover both the ends. Don't know if you can see that. There we go. Because I want it to be a hanger. I also bought this from Gales today. So cute. Gales Patchwork Emporium, which is down the road. I thought I'm going to cut out some of these, and I've also got some of this, which I bought I think when I was there last time. I like to dye that, and then have that sort of going up there like this, like cut that off. Put a couple of these on. I've even got some of these. I might cut a couple of these and put them on the other side, so that flower will be on that side. This will probably be cut and scattered. Maybe I might just have one, and then I'm going to embroider some others, like I want to do grass and all that kind of stuff. So I just still want to do embroidery, but oh, they're so pretty. So I think maybe just one might be enough for that. Okay, so get out all your pretty danglies and vintage laces, and this happens to be new. Actually, that will probably end up going on that side because that's the right side. So actually, while I'm here, I may cut that off because I've got to take it and dye it in some sort of colour. So I'll probably get my Brushos or even Tim Holtz Distress inks. They make good dyes. So and then they will be held down in the centres. I'll do some French knots. I've got to do something along there, like of course this is going to be out. So pretty. And then I think I might only just have one for here, because I would like to do some embroideries. So I might just do that. I actually really quite like one of these as well, I was thinking, but it's just a tad big. Maybe do half a one, because it matches really well. I really quite like that. So I've got a few little, you know, your doily flowers that you get. So, but I think the one, and I actually don't mind some of them in the white. So I'll probably keep some white and colour in some of the leaves and do that. So, but yeah, I've been looking on YouTube, and there's some really beautiful embroiderers. I might even link some of them below to show you how, or when I do the leaves, I can show you how some of these people do them. So as usual, I'm jumping the gun. Need to do the embroidery first, so it's going to be very pretty. I was having an arguing about this blue, but I just think because this is the sky, I did want to do some blue, and I'm going to do some more like seed stitches and maybe some stars and all that kind of stuff. I'd like to do some seed stitch around here and then slowly edge it off, and I'll do some writing there, so I'll go around that. I think it is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm not a traditional embroiderer. They wouldn't do this normally. They're probably going to be horrified. So it's just a slight little bit of tacky glue. Just to hold it down for me so it ain't going to move. And it doesn't matter that you can still see that, because I'm going to do some embroidery because it requires shading there anyway. So I'm going to do some shading. Looks cute already. Okay. And I'd like to do some stems, satin stitch, and a bit of, because he's got a bit of a, they usually was white around here, and I might even just, I've got some really nice fabric, have a bit of a white tummy and white here and on the paws a little bit. So, and then get some really nice thread, probably this one, and just do little hairs and stuff. So like I said, it's going to be a bit of a slow process, but it will be lovely. Okay. Now, well, first I will show you what I did. So there's really thin, while that glue is drying a little bit, I'll just have that there, and I'll show you what I did to do the stem stitch. So you start off like, you come up through there like that. It's going to be a bit hard to see. Then I might stand up for this initial part here. So you go back just before the hole, and you end up like with it out there like that. Then you get this stitch. If you have seen some of my other stitches, my other slow stitching, you'll have seen this stitch already. So you always go back and go back in that previous hole. Hold it this way, I mean, if you're a lefty, you do it the way that suits you. Oop. It's actually, the reason why I like stem stitch is because it is actually quite quick, and it's a little bit thicker. So because this is a thin thread, I didn't really want to take away. I like the way that it's that you can see it. I want the bunny quite defined. And then when you turn it over the other side, see how the stem stitch, oh sorry, glued too close, becomes like a running stitch. So I'm going to continue along a little bit with that. I just want it to hold down. It's quite relaxing. So you can see why I needed to stand up, because at this distance it's a bit far away. That's why when I did my embroidery scissors case, I got it a little bit closer because I needed to show you close up, and even then I stuffed up with the being out of camera. Can't believe I did that, so I'm really apologise about that. Okay, so this is going to go all the way. I'm going to do this stitch on all the bunny, just to define it a bit, because I want it to be a brown bunny. So I'll just stop with that there, and then I'll continue on with it off camera. I thought, well, I wanted to work on this tonight, so I thought, oh well, better get the camera out. That's why I've got a lot of this stuff done behind the scenes. Excuse me, I just got to blow my nose. Okay, now what I want to do with the ear, I won't even use this one. I usually go 2 threads with these sort of things. That should be enough, definitely. Get my little scissors. I love my little scissors. Once again, I went to Gales today to get a few essential bits and pieces like this. But whenever you go there, you always see other stuff and you're like, oh, got to have that. It's dangerous being that close to such a beautiful shop. Okay. Do that around there for now. This is in the evening at the moment, so it's a little cold out there. I haven't even got the heater on actually, and it's raining. I find that it's not as cold when it rains. It's weird. Oh, it's so annoying. I actually bought myself a threader. I should have gotten it out for this very reason. You spend half your life trying to get threads. Okay. Where are we? There we go. If I need to do it again, I've got it. This one was from the same company, and that was for the wool. And when I went to the other place, which it didn't have any of these ones, and so when I went to Gales today, they actually had the smaller threaders. Covered all bases. Cool. Okay, so next time it comes out, it's not going to take so long. Okay. Actually, I really hope that you sewers out there enjoyed my scissors case. I really enjoyed making it. Okay, now what I want to do, put that down there, is just do a running stitch, and I'm going to do it a little bit on the inside, or I was thinking either a running stitch or just like little tacking stitches, just to tack it on, because I want it to have a little bit of a rusticy patchwork look. Oop. So I'm hoping this would stand out a little more, but blending a little bit too much. You probably can't see. Now it's too You'd think this would be easy, people. Okay, there we go. So I'm just sort of doing a wobbly all over. Tacky type of stitch. Because I want my little bunny to have a bit of character. I was thinking of doing a couple little crosses on the top of it as well. This is why having glue on there is not a bad thing, because you're only going to be doing this type of stitch. At least you know it's going to stay down. Okay. So cute. You can see a bit of the black happening there, so I'm going to go down. It's almost a bit like primitive sewing. Okay, like I said, I'm always quiet when I do stitching, which is a bit very strange. I don't know why. Bit of concentrating. Now, when I get down to the bottom, get that out the way. This is why I'm making you watch all of it. It really shouldn't take too long. I want to do a little bit of like extra stitching to keep it, make it a little bit darker and give it a bit of shadow. There we go. Okay, get a little bit in there. Nope. The only trouble when you have two, it separates. Now, okay, getting closer. Now what I would like to do is sort of go along here and just do a bit of like back stitching. And fill in this a little bit, which gives it a bit of shading, which is what I want. Okay. Go back down and then go and just fill it in. That's why sometimes it's better getting a purl aid stitch, but I've just got a lot more colours in my embroidery. Sort of like a stem stitch, or not a stem stitch, a backing stitch, or even a satin stitch, which is just filling in, filling it in to give it that shading. So I go back to where there was empty spots and stitch it in. Oh, and try not to prick yourself. Okay, we've got another lot we could fill in. And here, I might even come up through there, because geez, must have cut just enough. There's that little guy being a real pill. Now, let's see if I'll show you. Bring it up a little bit closer. It's just being roughly sort of stitched on, and then just filled it in. Can you see that without me going, the camera going crazy? Just filled in that little bit there. And I might do a little more. But I was actually even thinking of just doing a running stitch all the way around, which I still might. What is the time? 29. Oh. Okay, just do a running stitch with one thread. That might work. Okay, I'll take that out and it'll be nice and quick. So seriously, one single thread and it's causing me grief. You're probably all yelling at the camera, use the thing. But I figured one thread, it would be all right. Okay. Now what I wouldn't mind doing, I'm going to finish it off, is go fairly close to the edge and just go all the way around doing a running stitch, just a small small one. This is going to make the ear, because it's got wadding underneath, it's going to make the ear pop and look like it's actually a bit of a centre. I find using the thimble, this is my leather one I found, on that finger, tends to work. She says it doesn't work. Okay. I think because it's got glue on there, see, I'm a naughty girl. Shouldn't have used glue. Yeah. Okay. I just want to finish this one off. So your homework is to do the seed stitch, which is just, if you look in some of my previous, it's just going all over the place with one stitch, and then go around the whole bunny, all the bits, leave probably around the nose and that, but I want to leave the eye, because I'm going to be doing like a satin stitch and all that for the eye. Okay. Okay, probably can't see this at all, but I'll bring it up to the camera and you will be able to. So if you're a good person and you don't glue it, you may not have this trouble. Maybe putting a pin in the middle of it may be a good idea. Okay. Okay. Push it down. Okay. And then I'll go down underneath. Okay. That's probably all I'm going to get on camera today. Sewing on the ear. Okay. I have got my little chatelaine, whatever you call it, for a reason, and I still end up having my thing down there. So what I've done, can you see that? Sort of puckers it up a little bit and makes it sort of stand out. I wanted to have that really cute little rustic little look. I like that. I might even continue going here a little bit with the, because I've still got the thread behind there, so I really like that. So thinking, excuse me, of doing a couple of little, maybe 3 crosses there in a darker pink, just on the ear as a little patch. That might be good. You probably see that in the next one, but how cute is that? I like it. And once that's been done, that might be all right. I might even do a little bit of pink in here and on top of there, just stitching as well. Once I've done the brown around the outside, I'll just fill in those bits. Okay guys, it's been 34 minutes already, and all you've seen is how to do this, get this prepared for a little bit later, and some of the other stuff. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope some of you are doing this along with me. It is a beautiful project, and I'm glad I'm doing it during this time, because I'm going to be in lockdown for a while. So, okay, thanks for watching. Bye.